I'm 47 years old and I feel great. I really do feel great. But you know, as you get into your late 40s, you start thinking about your skin, you start thinking about eating just that little bit healthier. Well, things have changed. My wife likes to tell me that maybe a bit of a reverse life will do me some good. After a few weeks of taking this, your skin's better, your nails are better, your hair's better. I need that during lockdown. So I thought I'd give it a go. And actually, it tastes damn good. Guess we're going to see the results as it emerges. It tastes good to me. Well, guys, thank you very, very much for the overwhelming response of episode 1. We were a bit rusty, so we were thrown in the deep end and actually loved it. But here is episode 2. As you can see, there's so much going on every day in our lives, and we really, really hope that you enjoy it. Again, thank you for your support. Enjoy episode 2.
Yeah, triple shot. That's strong.
I'm still confused how my bean got into my coffee cup. Where have you been? Breakfast at 12:30, and I've been up since 7. So it's oats and it's protein powder, nuts and seeds. It's really nice, and almond milk. Superman.
No, do that to me.
So I'm going to go and get my coffee. Here she comes to wreck the day. Hi, sweetheart. Right, darling, we can do this, man. We've got this. We've got this.
I need Mummy to help.
Why do you need Mummy to help you? Is Dad not capable?
You-
All right, don't answer that question.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, beautiful. So we're trying to do a puzzle. I can understand why they call it a puzzle, because it's puzzling. How can you always look so beautiful? Or, not like always. Millie, you're like Mummy. You are. You always look beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, so obviously the big news of the week really is about primary school. So certain year groups going back. Obviously Millie falls into one of those year groups.
See, me and you have got different views on this. We have. I'm not that keen on sending them back. You are.
I think it's split, isn't it? You've got some people who are worried, and some people who aren't going to be sending their kids back, and some people who are.
Even if there's one tiny bit of risk, why would I want to put my children in that position?
There's a risk when you step outside your front door of anything.
But if they...
And it's about just understanding that you can never get rid of all risk, and just making a sensible decision based on all the different factors. And
yes, there are risks, but if you can avoid putting people in those situations...
in that case, you would never send her to school.
Well, no, because there's a law. I feel in a way that we're using them as guinea pigs, because it's like, well, we'll send them back, and then if there's a spike, we'll take them out again.
The point is, though, right, there's no right or wrong answer. It is just, on balance, what you think is right to do.
And Millie, how do you feel about that?
I feel it.
You want to go back?
Yeah.
Okay, I know, it's hard, isn't it? For 8 weeks, I didn't go anywhere. And so for me to, I have got this fear of the unknown, and I am thinking, yeah, but hang on, they've all been safe here, they've all been happy here. Why am I risking just sort of throwing that away? And it's sort of that letting go back into reality, really. The only reason I will do it is because you're a doctor, and I would rather take your advice. If you think it's safe, that makes me feel a lot better. I've got to let go of the reins a little bit. It's just really hard, and as a parent, I'm sure so many of you can relate to this, but it's just not easy to just go, hey, yeah, like we've been living in fear for 2-3 months, and hey, let's just stop the fear, go.
Don't forget that there are a lot of key workers out there who've had their kids in school this whole time, and we're not hearing about sort of massive adverse events due to that.
In regards to J&P, I don't want them to go, and now I think, is it unfair that the younger 2 are going and the older 2 aren't?
J&P don't have the option to go right now. Their school is not open.
No, but
so it's as simple as that with them.
If they don't have to go back,
well, obviously that's your choice, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd obviously discuss it with them and discuss it with their mum. Do you know what? I love when we have our discussions because we do generally. It doesn't mean we agree on the same thing, but we do end up.
No, but we listen to each other. I totally, and I get it for you as well, right? Because for the last 2 months, you've basically been in the house. You literally haven't really been anywhere apart from you've been to the co-op a few times. You've been to B&Q
And
once,
I went to the tip.
And you went to the tip.
It was amazing.
So I understand for you, it probably feels like this big fear.
Yeah.
That's like
does.
outside of our kind of control.
Comfort
As soon as
zone,
we
yeah.
walk out the gate, it's like risk, danger. His experience of the lockdown is so different to mine. You know, he's sort of been stuck here at home pretty much non-stop for the last 2 months. Whereas for me, I don't really have that because I go to work, you know, I'm seeing other people, I'm out there. So it's for me, I kind of feel less of the unknown than you
Fair
do.
play,
So
fair
I get
play.
it of why you're more worried.
Done.
Boom.
Right. So I've made a mess of my dressing room and it's time that I cleaned it up. Are you ready for this mess? Right, so what we got to do, I need, oh man, it's time. Let's do it. I've got my bin bags and this needs work. I've got to go through stuff and give some away. Let's start going through stuff you will definitely not wear. Millie and Theo are going to watch something while I'm cleaning out my wardrobe. What should we watch, Theo? Okay. Oh, back to this. Yeah, Junior's stuff gets mixed up with mine because we're the same height. Unreal. Shall I FaceTime my dad? How are you?
How do I look?
You look $1 million.
No, $1 million can't get you anywhere.
2 million. You look $2 million. Love you, Dad. Miss you. How are you?
All right, the same. Yeah, we are stay at home all the time. We can't go anywhere.
What are the rules in Australia? Do you still have to? Are you not allowed to go shopping or anything still?
Oh, you are allowed to go shopping. You got to put a mask, and you got to keep away 1.5 meters or 2 meters from each other, from other people.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I miss you all very much, and tell Debbie and everyone I love them and I miss them and Mum. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Dad. Love them so much. Do you know what I've realised though? This is something that I never thought would happen because of the lockdown thing. I've been wearing the same things every day for like 2-3 months. All of a sudden, you've got to actually get dressed.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Lexi, I'm so much stronger
You
already.
are stronger.
Oh, God, you got it.
Right, I'm just gonna. I might get on the phone, have a chat.
Hello?
Delivery?
Yes?
Well, fine. You can say more than one word, but hey, come in.
What up?
As if I don't know it's them. Yay! We don't normally get that excited. Let's just. Hey, what's up? Alright, so.
Hi.
Do you want me to let go?
Go on. Go on.
No, just start here, you know.
Biz,
Okay, hi, love you.
how was Harvey's birthday?
I'm all good.
Good.
For a picnic, do you want
How
to
was
It was
it?
good. He loved the present.
Loved the present. Loved it.
He did.
Let's see the height.
Oh, I'm gonna be 5'3".
This is ridiculous, mate.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
you are not
5'3".
far off right now. Still not as tall as me though, look.
No, we are actually similar height.
Yeah, but you've got shoes on and I
No,
haven't.
come on, they're not even shoes.
They are! They've got a massive bubble on the
Right,
back.
that's it. Let's go, right? Just to prove it. Okay, can you not do the like...
I'm just standing in a normal way.
How much taller is she than me? This is in real life, no shoes, no high heels.
No, about an inch.
What?
Yeah, about an inch.
All right,
that
all right, it's
way.
not- Whoever drops the egg has to clean it up, and I mean proper clean it. No. Okay, go.
Jenny, don't show off.
Can we just say that you always lose this game without fail?
How many puddles?
Every time.
Oh, how does that feel?
You have to clean it up, mate.
Oh, why did I agree to play this
Yeah, why
stupid
did you
game?
agree?
Because I knew he'd lose.
Alright guys, so I'm going to start my my run. Now what I do with this is I start off, and each minute I go up a bit, more and more until I get to about 10-15 minutes, and then I start sprinting, so you'll see what I mean. Got my coffee with me, which probably not everyone's cup of tea. 3, 2, here we go again. 15 seconds. Now we're going up again. And so on and so on. Right. Now, you might find your heart rate's quite high now, so just bring it down, maybe for a minute, just walk, because the objective is to go up and down with your heart rate, not stay at your top heart rate for a long, long time. But I feel fantastic. Yeah, that is a bit of a, 40-minute hit sort of training. I've been doing this sort of thing for years, and I find that it really works for me. Always kind of, I wore these ridiculous vests back in the 90s, I'm still wearing them, but only in the gym. Yeah, just make sure that you're all right and you're warmed up properly and you warmed down properly.
We've just been doing a little bit of homework with Theo. And he loves Toy Story, so we're just writing Buzz, aren't we, Theo?
Well done, Theo. Theo, we'll try this joke again. Why is this thing always in
I'm
pain?
gonna copy it.
Because he's a dinosaur.
So we're about to go for a bath, and I just want to show Theo's lovely clean t-shirt. He's covered.
He's going on horse duties, and he's going, and Dad's going to collapse at any moment, and his knees are giving in, but he's getting there.
Oh, this is going well. So these two things are pretty freaky. The girls use them to practice hair, but they are terrifying.
Currently trying to maintain survival.
Right, ready?
I love you guys.
Okay. This is called the Body Shop Strawberry Softening Body Polish. Gel Douche Command Douce.
That is not.
That's from France with strawberry essence. Very British.
Let's jump on the The sun sparkle gold, soot and
No, not soot.
stood
Yeah, read it.
tinty
Okay, think of it as an eye. Think of it as an eye. Yeah,
tiny.
yeah. So now put it together. Tinyful. That's
Tinyful
right.
is a hard word, Millsy Moo.
Okay, read the rest and I'll tell you what tinyful means.
This is mine.
Ignored and forgotten, yes. Mouse life was tough.
Tough.
How important he was by how loud he could. That's it. Theo, you do it. Roar. That day they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion.
Inside.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end for tonight. Okay, say night, Millie Moore.
Night, Millie Moo.
Night.
Night, cherub.
Night, darling.
Right, so the kids are in bed. It's such a nice part of the day. They'll still be talking and they'll talk to each other across the rooms, but it just means that me and Ems can have a bit of our time. Normally when Ems is at work, I have to do this all on my own, which is fine, I get that. But I think by the time you've done, and this is where I really, really understand stay-at-home parents. I really understand it now, because when I am on my own and it's all the 4 kids, and then, it's bedtimes and it's dinners and lunches and breakfast and homeschooling and all that, it gets pretty intense by the time then it gets to this time of night. And you know, J and P don't always go up in their rooms, you know, they'll be around till 9-10 at night, so it's pretty full on until you go to bed. But secretly, I wouldn't have it any other way.